Okay, what's up YouTube? My name is Galen and this is Galen's Gadgets. I want to thank you guys so much for joining my channel today. Today, as you can see, I have the Watch 4 Classic with me. And today we're just going to be going over why I think it's going to be a great purchase in 2023. So I'm not going to hold you any longer. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so I'm mainly doing this video because I know a lot of people may be considering this watch right now, just mainly because of the prices. Right now, used on the used market or even slightly used or open box market, just because this is not Samsung's latest watch, the Watch 5 Pro is, you can get this for around $100 to $200, which in my opinion is an absolute steal for like what this watch offers. It's definitely Samsung's one of their best designs. In terms of preference, this may be top 1 or 2, just depending on your preference. The Watch 5 Pro is something that came out after it. It's like more minimal, but the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic is the last Samsung watch with the rotating bezel, and honestly it's not a lot of differences between this and the Watch 5 Pro. So we're just going to start on design. The design on this is absolutely solid. I have the silver variant and there's a black variant. I think the black variant is going to be a lot more scratch resistant than the silver variant is, and I believe the silver variant is more rare, so that's probably going to be more expensive than the black ones that you'll see online. But overall, I really love this watch's design. I love the rotating bezel. This is one of my favorite features on any smartwatch ever. It's just so easy to scroll through the user interface in one watch UI. I really like this because the Samsung software is like horizontally based. So pretty much everything that you need, all of your quick tiles and all of your notifications go from left to right. And just scrolling through the interface is a breeze with this physical dial on here. So that's definitely one of my favorite features of this watch. But yeah, overall in terms of design, super good build quality, very clicky buttons, just feels super premium to hold in the hand, has a good weight to it, and the bands are easily exchangeable. So it's a pretty much a universal standard at this point. So if you literally just Google or search on Amazon for a 20mm watch band, you'll get a ton of options to be able to choose from, as well as the options on Samsung's official website. So the band support is like definitely there. One of the biggest band support watches out there. Okay, so in terms of software, it still runs really fluid for me. So if you're getting one off the used market, these things will not like be laggy or like super laggy or anything like that. Like I did notice like a slight decrease in terms of performance over the 1.5-2 years that I've had this watch, but overall, it's just really good software overall. One UI watch runs really smooth in my opinion. Some people say it's stuttery, but it's not anything that you'll notice like in everyday use in my opinion, unless you're like a super techie person. But yeah, I just really love the interface. It's just super simple. Swiping down gives you a lot of quick toggle options. Let me swipe down, there we go. Swiping up just gives you all of your apps. That looks really smooth. And swiping from left to right gives you your notifications. When you swipe the other way, it just gives you your quick tiles. You also get a really cool app that you can configure all of your settings in for your Galaxy Watch and see some quick information if you don't want to look at your watch on a bigger screen. You can do everything from your phone as well with the Samsung Galaxy Wearable App. As you can see, it's the Watch 5 Pro connected currently, but literally the Watch 4 Classic and Watch 5 Pro have the exact same interface on this app. So literally no changes. Everything is the exact same as you would see it. You could do a ton of different things in regards to settings here. You could adjust your watch faces. You could look up more watch faces. You can change the way your apps look, or change the orientation, or just move your apps around to what you want priority at the top. You could do whatever you want there. You could adjust your tiles, make more tiles, delete tiles, all from this app. And you could even change your quick toggle settings. So a ton of different things that you could do with this app, as well as just your general watch settings here. Okay, so the Samsung Health app is actually a really good app. It's probably one of my favorites in terms of health apps with Android watches. Samsung just has a really good proprietary app that goes with their Galaxy watches. So again, not many differences between the Watch 4 Classic and Samsung's latest Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. I actually would definitely buy the Watch 4 Classic over the 5 Pro if it were up to me, like at this point. The only major difference is the skin temperature reader, and Samsung claims there have been like some fitness like upgrades in terms of like reliability, but the fitness tracking on my Watch 4 Classic has been extremely reliable. And you get all of these settings in the Samsung Health app to choose from. You can start like different workout plans here as well. Have a ton of free options to choose from, and a ton of different settings to adjust in this app as well. Okay, so again, in terms of performance, I will say, first off, before I go into this, I have not factory reset this watch at all since I've gotten it, which was like around August 2021. So just my experience is just based on not resetting the watch or like really troubleshooting it or anything. Performance is still great on it. It has slowed down a little bit. That's why I gave the disclaimer, but that may be because I've never like factory reset the watch. It probably needs one, but yeah, performance has definitely went down just like a little bit. It's just like lags a little bit more. Like I really notice it when I'm like putting it right next to my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, which should have very similar performance because they use the exact same processor. I mean, which is great in 2023. This is a almost 2-year-old watch and it's using the same processor as Samsung's newest. So you'll see there won't be much of a performance upgrade if you choose the Watch 5 Pro over this watch. But yeah, in terms of performance, everything is still really smooth. Just moves really well. Not a lot of stutters or anything. I don't really like lose responsiveness or anything like that. It does take a while to come on sometimes. That's like the only thing that like really bothers me. Sometimes it like takes a minute or so to come on, but yeah, overall performance is still very solid on this watch. Since we're talking about performance, I also do want to go over just the battery life on this. So battery life on this has been up and down for me. So when I first got the watch, again, August 2021, no factory resets or anything. A factory reset may change like my results for this, but when I first got this watch in 2021, I was getting like around a day, but Samsung has been pushing out updates for this watch constantly. Pretty much every watch that the latest watch is getting, the Watch 5 Pro, this watch is getting, because there's not a lot of differences between the two. So they're just updating everything at this point. So when I first got the watch, I was getting around a day of battery life, and then around 1 or 2 updates later, I was getting around 1.5 days, and then like 2 updates after that, I was getting close to 2 days, and that's pretty much the peak battery performance that this watch will have. Over time, it has gotten like closer to a day, but that's probably just because it's just hardware deteriorates over time just naturally. I've had this watch for 2 years and I have not factory reset it. I really think a factory reset will just make everything more optimized and will just give me better battery life. But yeah, overall, battery life on this is going to be pretty good. Still better than most other Android watches. Just the potential for 2 or 1.5 days is really good, because most other Android watches or even Apple watches don't last like longer than a day. So yeah, really good battery life on this. The Watch 5 Pro is significantly better, but you're saving way more money with this one. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this video up now. Overall, in 2023, if you have the option to pick this watch up for a really good price, again, these could be found for $100 to $200 now. If you could get that like barely used or open box, highly suggest picking it up. There are not too many like upgrades with the Watch 5 Pro, just a few like minimal upgrades between the Watch 5 Pro and Watch 4 Classic. I truly believe this is still Samsung's best classic style smartwatch. The Watch 4 Classic, it just looks better to me than the Watch 5 Pro, and that rotating bezel is something that Samsung has been known for years, and just can't get past it. Really upset that they took it out of the Watch 5 Pro series. Hope it's something they bring back with the Galaxy Watch 6 or Watch 6 Pro or whatever they do next year. But yeah, overall, highly suggest picking up this watch if you can get it on a good deal in 2023. Performance still very good. Again, Samsung's most updated processor currently. Battery life is really good. Software support is unheard of. The best software support of any smartwatch manufacturer right now belongs to Samsung. They're doing a great job. What they've done in the last 2 years with their smartwatches is something that other companies just need to take note of. Mobvoi, Fossil, Google. It's kind of crazy that Google is like the maker of Wear OS and they still don't update their watches consistently. So yeah, the software updates and security is going to be absolutely great on this watch. Everything's still smooth, just your typical Wear OS One UI watch. Everything just looks good, super smooth, no issues with that. Battery life is going to be a lot better than most of the other competitors, except for like Mobvoi. That's literally their only competition in terms of battery life. But yeah, overall, I can't recommend this watch enough. In 2023, this is going to be a solid pickup, unless you want to wait for the Galaxy Watch 6, which would be understandable, but I definitely do not think the Watch 5 or Watch 5 Pro is going to be like a really significant upgrade over this watch. So yeah, if you have any questions about this, feel free to leave it in the comments, and thanks for watching.